Spurte du om Matt Thompson når du skrev 'sover hun' nå?
Guess what, Thompson? You get to watch it all over again.
Communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment. You need to see this. The report on the data breach.
Kill it, boys.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well. Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack. Making this so much worse.
Your mic is really muffled.
Oh, sorry. Is it a generation you haven't seen or something since he...
So we're completely defenseless against the
What
Takan.
is that?
That way, yes.
I have Captain Riker for you.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to
Yeah.
Riker just yet. Put him through.
I'm actually not that big a fan of the 60s show.
Captain Riker, this is my first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
See if this one will crash.
Sir,
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
And let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain,
I'm gonna go with the
the
ship.
crew, or the ship itself?
Oh,
Even though-
this old chestnut. I am curious to hear what she says, though.
Well, without the ship, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So,
Anybody ever choose the ship when you asked?
I can't say that they have.
The truth is, it's a trick question. Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive, or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise,
Piper
you
sounds
encountered a
familiar, the
Takan
name.
entity known as Portal 63.
If
The
you're
Enterprise was
naming
held
characters from the
captive in
original
orbit
show,
until you were able to convince
been a
him
while.
to let the ship go.
All of which is
I'm
detailed
more familiar
in
with
the
the-
mission report.
this guy's
what we want from
generation.
you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 63 to help us?
I've often thought about that
Deep
over
Space
the years.
Nine and Voyager.
How a small
Oh.
difference in the encounter could have
The
led
show
to a
Enterprise is
disaster.
really good too.
The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you, but don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good, but that's just the first step. Portal is full of bluster and bravado, but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer. So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me. This isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
You're not the only one who's met the Takan anymore. We've faced them in combat. We're not just the right ones for the job. We're the only ones.
All right. Asked and answered. There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi-Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Or Marcus Aurelius.
Anything else?
I don't plan on failing, Captain Riker.
That's just the attitude you'll need to bring with you. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious, which is why I'm asking.
There was a lot of data stolen. A lot to sift through.
Yes, we're still making sure our assessment is accurate. We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
I'd raise that alarm pretty loudly if I were you. There's a lot riding on this.
Did not
And if
tell
it comes
Riker
to it,
about the shield codes.
The Titan and I will be ready to personally lend a hand in this fight.
Let's hope it doesn't get that far.
Riker out.
Thank you for not getting too specific with Riker about the data breach. Better we handle this ourselves, without all of Starfleet hearing about it.
What I don't understand is why you'd keep it from him. If you're going to tell Ambassador Spock, what's the difference?
This information will send a shockwave through the entire fleet. I'm sure Spock will agree. It should be compartmentalized on a strictly need-to-know basis. I have more research to do. So do you. I'm sure the ship's computer has Sun Tzu in its library. Dismissed.
I wonder if he's corrupt by the Takan.
It's the automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
This is a planet that was in the very first season of The Next Generation.
That was unpleasant.
And
Commander
when they left the
Ahmad,
planet,
what are the
they had to
conditions
leave
of our systems?
a restrictive space.
All internal systems operational.
Beacon around it.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
It's crazy.
Sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
Basically, in Star Trek, because that's what each episode they're traveling from planet to planet, exploring. They're explorers, basically, scientists, engineers. Sometimes they interact with the planet that's like fucked up, or it's got like a bad entity, or it's very dangerous, or it's got a disease or something like in the atmosphere, something that's wrong with it. And it's very harmful for life to exist on or whatever. So when that happens, they encounter it, they study it, they get all the data they can, and they send it back to like Starfleet. They study it too, but then they put like a what's it called? Like a buoy, like a beacon that hovers the space around the planet, like a satellite almost, and it sends like this kind of like restrictive, like, don't enter, this is not safe, you shouldn't be here, sort of like.
Oh yeah.
Like being in the ocean, for instance, like you see stuff like it's like don't swim in these waters, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like that, but for a whole planet, or even a whole sometimes a whole solar system. And so when that happens, there was in the first season of The Next Generation that these bad people, the Takan, they are part of a race. This guy, which that Captain Riker, who we just saw, he was the first commanding officer of the Enterprise back in the Next Generation show. And he encountered this guy named Entity something, blah, blah, blah. And he had like this crazy ability, all these wild stuff, and he could like manipulate minds and shit. But he was like the last surviving member of his species. But now we see that his species has come back, basically. And so what we're trying to do now with the Resolute is the new ship. What they're trying to do is they're trying to go visit this guy and see if I can find him. He looks ridiculous.
That's the character you were talking about last time you streamed this game?
Yes, he's he's the dude that like the Takan species is his species. The people that are like
Okay.
manipulating, he's like
Yeah.
an actual member of that species. Now these people
Yeah,
are
but
coming
you
back to
last
life.
stream you were talking about you wanted to continue streaming to see him in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're
Alright.
doing.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
going to this. That's what this planet is. That's what I'm saying. When they left this planet in that season, in that first season, they put a beacon up saying, "Don't," telling all Starfleet ships and any ship, not just Starfleet, that this is not a safe planet. Stay away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's what they had to do is they had to put in the satellite thing, or they had to put in a code that Riker gave them that allowed them to disable it so they could enter the planet. What are my plans? This, goddess, I'm just playing video games. Just streaming video games. Vidya games. What are your plans?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you? Prep your way, team. We don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. If he's not an asset, he's an enemy. So be ready for anything.
I'm not a big fan of the uniforms in this ship. They have the color underclothing and then they're just all black. It's cool, but I liked where they had the color shoulder piece, like they're
worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you could stop the tides.
Not good enough.
The impotent threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 years ago. But a new age dawns today.
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
I already died once. All of us who swore ourselves to the cause did. My name is Zon Utlosa. I was born in the final days of the Age of Waktar.
Ooh.
Each of us took
Oh,
a
no.
leap of faith to cross the bridge of
How
time
old are
and be
you
reborn
tomorrow?
here.
Eventually, one of you will break.
sure I'm getting strapped. I hope you're not getting strapped.
How overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before
Nice.
we imbued it with the speed required by our
Nice.
mission. And the Cartapula produces enough
Well,
energy to
if
drive
I don't
an
see you
entire
before then or talk to you
fleet
before then,
of ships
happy
like
early
this one.
birthday.
But when we
Yeah,
win the
I'm gonna
Athelia,
message
we will
you
need a fleet.
on your day tomorrow.
Only then will you
I'm terrible at
understand the
remembering
might of the
birthdays, but
Takan
yeah, if I remember, I
Empire.
will definitely
Reborn
do the same.
this time.
I'll
This
remind
is
you.
just a drop in an ocean of power you cannot even imagine.
And when you wake the Aphelion, what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
It's coming alive.
He can't stop the ship.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
The moment I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere.
Nerp, welcome in, dude.
And then
Thank you for the
they will
Hermie.
come here. For you, this is a dead end.
You're lying.
But wouldn't you want that? You take the ship off course, your friends come here to your rescue. So why are you warning us?
Because I value my own life. When my fellow Scions come, and they will come, I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle will ensue. We've all died once. I don't intend to do so again. I won't touch those controls. If you want to get us killed, do it yourselves.
You fear death. There's a way to stop this ship for good, and he knows how. He just needs more pressure.
What kind of pressure?
We hurt him, he'll talk. Trust me.
That's
How was your
against
birthday, Dirk?
Starfleet protocol.
You're not on a Starfleet ship. Your protocol does not apply. We take the action that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral
Break
code
his arm.
takes
I'll find
precedence
another way.
above all others.
I'm not gonna break his arm.
I'm not gonna torture them. Not like this.
I don't.
There's gotta
Damn.
be something we can work with here.
Eddie.
Addy?
Adam, welcome in. Bill, welcome in. Oh,
You said
am I doing? I know, it's when I'm really delayed with technology
I know.
shit.
It's fast. It'd be too dangerous to force a warp collapse by cracking one of the propulsion coils. That could rupture the hull. End up damaging the Cartabula in the process.
That risks tearing a hole
Me
in
too.
space.
Jameson used to be
can't
my
have that.
poison back in the day.
This area here,
I
Power
don't like Jameson
generation.
anymore.
The warp cores.
You
it's
don't?
deserted.
I mean, I'll drink it, but not like I used to. Vodka's my go-to.
What's this?
This display shows the location of the Tacon on the
I
ship.
have too much of
And this is where the infiltrators
angry.
are. The central artery of
Tequila,
ship
vodka and
systems.
tequila.
Sensors, propulsion, weapons. Doesn't seem to be working here.
This is weird.
Rum and gin is my thing.
No, I mean, I love Jack, I love rum, I love all that stuff. I just don't drink dark liquor anymore, really. But it is delicious. Rum and Coke is probably my favorite. All
Yeah.
those.
Engine status.
Actually, what's really good if you like Jameson is Jameson and ginger ale. I used to drink a fuck ton of those. We call them J&Gs. If you can find
never had
go to the. Oh, they're so good. I won't even, actually. I don't think I'll. Yeah, they're really good. Ginger ale and
Right.
Jameson.
The warp cores are still practically redlined.
Gin-
However, they've supercharged the Zeldi. It still relies on existing systems.
They just
I'll drink it, but I'm
amplify
not
the
really a fan of it
output.
anymore. I don't go out
But the
my way to
Tacon
buy
have
it.
already interfaced with those systems.
Or anything
The
dark
controls
liquor.
would be no use.
Even
so
whiskey.
we'd have to find a way to manually shut down the warp cores.
Might not
I'm
be
not
a
a fan
manual
of
shutdown
whiskey.
as much as it'll be.
Only
I
the,
love
the
whiskey, but I don't
apple.
drink
no
it
one appears to
anymore.
be guarding it.
I like
think
the
can get us
apple
there.
whiskey that we
Once we're in,
discovered.
Do you really
this
think
summer.
you can
Oh,
cripple
this
my ship?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Not something I'd normally ask.
Was a good one. But
I'm
other than that,
coming
I
around
don't.
to it.
It's good.
Well, usually I'm the guy fixing the things that go wrong on a starship. But I'm sure I could figure out a way to break it.
That sounds just
May
like this guy,
find
though.
You like destroying things.
This plan of yours has one problem. It strands us. Left out of the fight when there's a war going on.
Our
Frodo
fight is
Baggins is in
Now,
there?
this is how we do the most good.
What?
Frodo Baggins is in here.
Oh, in the chat.
For the Empire.
For the Empire.
I was like, what? This is Star Trek. Not
So, Carter,
Lord of the Rings.
you didn't beam out after all. I thought you'd escaped when we boarded.
Oh, this
I'd almost
bitch.
hoped you'd made it off. And Nilly's there with you too, right? It's good you two are together.
I said Frodo Baggins.
Believe me, I don't want to be here either. Well, looks like neither of us get our way.
But Carter, I am going to get my way. You're not a fighter. I know it. You know it. That's why you're hiding. Somewhere on this ship. But the Tacon Empire has so much to offer you. Think
Why
of
is my
all
car
the
dealership
knowledge
calling me?
lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to.
Hello.
I know you want more from life, and I want to show you what you could be a part of. Not just the wonders you've already seen from us.
Maybe
In our
you should
time,
answer.
We had the power to move
Oh,
stars.
come on. They'll leave a voicemail. They're probably just to
Carter,
plan
you have
a.
thirst for discovery. And a part of
Okay.
you would remain to experience the things I can. But if you try to fight it,
In case you
Yeah,
forgot,
I bet that's what
we
she wants. She
were a
wants to
part
buy
of
my car
something.
back.
I still am. The Federation may not be perfect, but it stands for ideals that your people clearly do not believe in.
we have our own ideals. And we have our own strength.
Isn't that his girlfriend?
Every one of us
Her,
on
yeah.
this crusade has
Yeah.
a
But she's
more
corrupt. She's
brutal and consuming
possessed
than
by
you
the
could
Tacon.
fathom.
I
But
remember.
want to reach a peaceful resolution to this. Carter, we have a plan for you. And for the others, too. We don't want to have to destroy you.
Yeah. It's might as well lease vehicle. Yeah. Negotiate with Miranda. What's the plan? There's no compromise here.
You think there's some sort of compromise to be had here? After all you've done? The only end of this is when you surrender.
After all we've done, you can't think we'd give up now. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Our comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow Scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Speak, I
Where'd you
cannot.
go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
I mean, I get it. But I'm trying to help you.
Fuck you, Miranda. You manipulative bitch.
Yeah.
Move back cover. Disable transmitter.
Got it.
Mine's done too.
Time to hit the road.
We're in Spacer.
You've forgotten something. They know
Oops, wrong
where we're
franchise.
going.
Uh-oh,
Set to
Spadudios.
You're not going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
We've managed this far without doing it your way.
We are hardly in control of this situation. And now we have loose ends.
You two forget you're on the same side? Come on! Now let's move it.
Teehee.
Badass.
Yeah. Yee. May the force be with you. Where's Thompson at? Thompson, oh, here we go. This is the planet. Oh man, this looks so good. Even the show, the season, like it was like the way they were walking around. There was like fog, like the first two, three. This looks almost identical to it.
Unlike Riker's team, we beamed down without a problem.
You're such a geek.
Quiet.
Portal has to know you're here. If he won't come to us, we'll go to him. Spread out.
Already gave it a
Excited.
scan. Dead. Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
I already gave it a scan. It's dead. No shit.
Doctor?
Commander, keeping an eye on those iridium levels? Good. Last thing we need are your cells destabilizing on a hostile alien
See,
planet.
she's new. Like her species, I don't know if I remember that. So there's something about her that she like a lot of species out there. Like so the other girl that has the spots on her neck. She's part of a race called the Trill, and basically, I don't know if she's technically the Trill. So basically, the Trill is this like parasite, like this little organism that lives inside your stomach, but they're sentient. They have their own brains. They can think for themselves, and so they work with a host, an actual humanoid-looking person, whether it's human or not. They work with a host, and they control the host as if the host is the person, but it's not that the actual person is the little organism. And her species is one of with the stripe or the. She's part of that race, and so I don't know if she's got the organism in her or if she's her own person. But that's what the Trill is. So Star Trek has a lot of that kind of stuff. So this commander, second officer that I'm controlling, the girl that has a thing on whatever on her forehead, she's got this ring because she's got something about her species that like she has to keep under control. And so the ring helps her like basically control her hormones or something about her.
Like a mood ring.
Yeah. But like that actually literally she needs it, like it's medication almost. But I'm not saying that I don't know if she's new, if that species is new. I've never heard of it. So unless I've missed it, but so it's new to me. And if I have heard of it, then I'm not thinking of it.
You missed that.
Yeah. Tricota. Oh, I don't know if you knew this. That's what I was telling. It made Thompson. It made Thompson a yawn. He thought it was boring, but I thought it was pretty fucking cool. And this thing I'm using right here, the tricorder.
Yeah.
So it exists in all Star Trek, right? It's a little tool that you can scan stuff, not just stuff, but you can scan people. So if you have cancer, I can do this to you using that, and it'll pick up cancer. It'll pick up any sort of disease you have, bacterial infection, blood,
Cool if
everything.
that really existed.
Huh?
It'd be cool if that really existed.
It technically
Like
does. So,
Really?
a very rudimentary form of it. So the guy that created the MRI, he's an engineer. He designed that back in like the late 50s, early 60s or whatever. He designed that because he was a huge fan of the original Star Trek show. They used the old tricorders. He wanted to make something like the tricorder. And so he, as an engineer, he started coming up with all these different ideas. He designed the MRI. That's what the MRI does. You put somebody in a tube and it scans you using like the Doppler radio waves or whatever, and then it can see inside your body. It can pick up all the things that the human eye can't see, that other instruments can't see. That's what the tricorder does technically. But so the tricorder inspired an engineer, and so like
the MRI.
yeah. So
That's
Thompson was saying
cool.
Star Trek is boring. I'm like, yeah, but think about how many people are alive today because of Star Trek.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Be cool to have just like this small device though, not just a big MRI machine, but like
It will.
This
I guarantee you, it will be someday. There'll be, and not only that, it'll be an app. It'll be something you can just download on your phone. You can do it.
Yeah, maybe.
They already have things that you can do right now. You can, like the whole DNA testing. You can actually buy this like reader, and you just plug it into your phone, and then you can spit on the reader, and then it'll tell you everything about your DNA.
Oh my
just
gosh.
download an app. Yeah, that already exists.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I don't want it. I would never do it. But because I don't trust.
No, but just the thought of it existing is pretty
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, the idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Aha, Mr. Person.
These crystals are dormant.
Riker's report said they were glowing.
These crystals are
They
definitely
served as
solid.
energy collectors. It could be a good sign they're inactive. The Guardian of the Takan doesn't have his guard up.
Your mom doesn't have her guard up.
Anything unusual, Commander?
It's all unusual, to be honest. We've precious little data on this planet, so brief was Captain Riker's visit. Anything he didn't see himself is a total unknown.
We deal with unknowns all the time. Part of the job.
I'm accustomed to dealing with the unknown from my station on the bridge.
I've been streaming this for 57 minutes already, which tells me that I've spent more time talking about Star Trek than playing Star Trek.
But it's cute when you do that.
If I recall right, Geordi LaForge transported him here, hanging upside down.
Geordi LaForge is
I guess we're lucky we were spared the indignity.
LeVar Burton Reed's. The audiobook guy that we were listening to.
Oh!
That's him.
Ooh.
These are definitely
Burn
burn
marks.
marks.
Report mentioned phaser fire being redirected toward these strange crystals.
It also mentioned Portal calling down lightning bolts.
Better keep our guards up.
Wonder if they'll talk about the Ferengi. There's 2 Ferengi that were in here, or in that episode. Ferengi look ridiculous. This thing doesn't even pick up Netflix.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
Oh, I'm ready. There's nothing else to scan. Oh, something's over here. Okay, enough.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Ends here.
Follow me if you want to live.
Get to the chopper.
Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
There was a path there a moment ago.
You mean that bridge
There
we
must
just
be
walked
an
over?
explanation.
Yeah, it used to be there, for sure. We just walked over it.
Tetrametric pulses.
Same energy as the other Takan technology.
Most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Readings indicate there's a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We could try melting a hole through the wall with our phasers.
Worth a try.
Whoa!
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The crystals must be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature. It's faint, but it's there.
With me.
My Wi-Fi signal is not working. Do you guys get it? Is it? We get 4G out here.
Another dead end.
Or another illusion.
Or
Crewman LaRue, if you would.
hot dogs.
Duval to Resolute. Beam crewman LaRue directly to medical.
Is he okay?
He did. Nope, he did.
He'll live.
Not all crystals work the same, it seems.
Don't fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
How the fuck can you pick that up? Use your tricorder to find tetrametric crystals, then shoot them with your phaser. Tetrametric radiation is visible through tricorder radar, or whatever it is. Okay, here we go. No tetrametric detected. Do not discharge phaser at this crystal. Okie dokie.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
Okay.
Commander!
Buzz,
Look
buzz,
at
buzz. Real enough to me.
Trust, but verify.
Indeed.
Chasm.
We don't have any data about what's below the surface on Delphi Ardu 4. And I don't feel a particularly strong urge to find out.
Then that makes two of us.
Well, I'm here too, so that's three of us. Wait, did she go? Wait.
More crystals. Need a way across.
Aside from the breathable atmosphere, this is a remarkably inhospitable
Oh,
planet.
it does show you
Traces
here
indicate there
though.
was
Sometimes
once
now it
living
does.
flora, but it's
So
been
technically
dead
there's
so long
5
it's
of
practically
us.
turned to stone.
From what Portal told
Charlotte's-
Riker, it was an outpost to
Oh,
defend
it
the
is.
far edge of the Takan Empire.
Well, it's not that now.
We're just adding to the narrative of
No.
the story.
It's a grave.
Somebody said, well, technically there's 1, 2, 3. Ooh, what is this? It's probably like 6 or 7.
I wonder
of
if
us, to be
this
honest.
place was always so lifeless.
Aha! Alright, I gotta go. Let's go across the bridge. I wonder if there's any trolls underneath. Find more crystals giving off tetrametric radiation. Up! Somebody's yanking my chain. Tricorder. Do not fire laser. No tech, don't fire laser. No laser. No laser.
Good.
Okay. Phaser. Get ready to die, Crystal. Set phasers to stun. Set phasers to stunning. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Whoa, it's a lot of crystals. Is there another? There's gotta be another set of crystals somewhere. Get close.
The stunning setting was broken.
There we go. Well, so I gotta find. So basically, it's saying some of these crystals, if you try to fire at them, they'll kill you, or they're very dangerous.
Okay.
But some of them put off a tetrametric whatever radiation signal that I can like fire at it. If I can, then that'll like open up a new like area.
Oh.
So I gotta find one that. Here we go. Oh shit! There's waves. So he says no tetrametric radiation detected. Do not discharge phaser at this crystal.
Hmm.
Nope. 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 It's gonna be this one, I bet. Nope. Nope. What about that one right there? Nope.
Hmm.
Can I climb down?
Hmm.
That one's blocking it. Out of range, out of range. I can see it. I'm looking at it right now. God damn it. Stunning setting was broken. Never mind. I don't. It's something over there. Got all these. Can I get closer to that one over there? Nope, I'm as close as I can get.
Hmm.
There we go. Damn it. I think you're falling asleep.
Huh?
You.
I'm not falling asleep.
I can tell you are.
No.
Yep,
How can you tell?
because I can tell. The fuck do I gotta do? Oh, this way.
Tetrametric.
There we go. Figured it out.
Better go see what's different.
Use your tricorder to find the last crystal. Right. So this fell apart. Look with your tricorder. There may be a crystal on a far peak. Well, damn. Telling me how to play the game. Yeah. Seismic radiation detector. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna die.
Yeah. You're welcome. Hey, David.
Ooh, what? Oh, David. What up? There we go. Look with your tricorder from the open balcony. There may be a crystal far off. Peak, you can phaser. Yeah, I tried that. This is the open balcony. Oh, that thing. There we go. I figured it out. I'm a smart person.
The way's clear.
I'm a slow person.
We'll make sure it's safe.
I am definitely. Back to the story. Be funny if like people in Star Trek, like as they're going on adventures, they're like humming their own theme song. Da 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 da. Just quit and save this.
Adam, you're playing Sims?
The plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No. Not a match.
I like Sims.
I need to re-download it. It's free.
Petrometric.
We were just talking about this last night.
And it's
I
creating an
wanna
illusion as well.
steal your
Based on the
PC
data we
and
have so
play
far.
Sims.
You can play my
One
Xbox.
thing left to do.
That I do the
Doctor,
same thing,
Be ready to
Adam.
beam us out if it
I
turns out we're
don't
wrong.
really play it. I just like building.
Yeah,
Devolve to Resolute. Lock transporter on away team.
it's free,
Same.
so I can get it on my Xbox.
I've never played on the
I can I can plug in a mouse and keyboard to the Xbox.
Okay.
You wouldn't even know the difference.
There's nothing like this in any Federation record.
The plants.
Where's R2-D2? Get out of here! Get out of here! You're done.
You're done. You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
It's him! The portal!
Him? How dare you?
Oh,
I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave of your own accord, but here you stand. Fools.
look at you.
In another time, I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
There better be a bitch slap button here in a second.
Oh.
Oh.
Portal 6-3. Guardian of the Takan Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian. I am guardian of nothing. The Takan no longer exist. Don't care to be reminded. If this is why you've come, then you should leave. Now.
I'm surprised you don't know. With your powers, can't you learn anything?
I can. But you should mind your words.
The Resolute's database is being accessed.
Just like he said.
Takan have returned after so long.
Returned?
How could they? Explain. Now.
Draconian technology made it possible to enable the transfer of consciousness from one being to another after physical death. We call it bioforming. A group of Draconians calling themselves Scions of the Flame used it to reawaken after hundreds of millennia.
Scions of the Flame?
At least 50 expansions.
I'd hardly call them Takan.
Oh, you have.
They were
yeah,
a radical
there's probably
faction with
hundreds of them.
beliefs outside the mainstream. Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Takan immortality. You want me to help you destroy them. That's why you've come. You want to destroy these scions.
I won't lie to you. Yes, we want to destroy them.
Finally, some honesty.
Yep.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
I will speak with you alone.
What are you doing?
Whoa! Uh-oh. Spadudios. Yeah, Sims 4. Or whatever the newest Sims is.
Where are we? Where's my team?
They're safe where we left them. That the scions have stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning.
That's a cool word,
To be honest, I'd
Cartabula.
rather speak with you alone, John of Rydek. Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of one's kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations.
Oh yeah, she's also.
Kobliad, the Takan.
Oh, Kobliad, that's her
One
name. Or
died,
her species.
One dead.
Kobliad.
Our species could not
Yeah.
be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss.
He's like an all-knowing being. Like,
understand.
kind of like God, almost.
It's beyond their ability to comprehend.
Alone in the Federation.
We're more alike than you might realize, in that we accept the inevitability of loss.
If only you understood the glory of the Takan Empire's past.
You have no idea how much this mission excites me. I love.
Tell me, why spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left? Why live your life working for this federation to which the Kobliad do not even belong? And submit yourself to their authority? It makes no sense. Not by my logic.
The Federation isn't an authority to be obeyed. At its heart, it's a set of principles meant to ensure the survival and safety of all species, regardless of their origin. You told Riker you'd wait until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
That was that episode.
As much as it pains me to learn that
Like 40 years
has
ago.
fallen into the hands of the scions,
Love it.
my services are not up for offer.
I wasn't even born yet when that happened. I think, Charlotte, I think you're gonna love a character named Guinan.
In Star Trek? Guinan?
Yeah. Her name is Guinan. Guinan. Guinan.
Okay.
She's played by Whoopi Goldberg. She's probably my second favorite character out of all of Star Trek.
So, like in the show, then.
Yeah.
Was to give one's entire self to the cause.
After this is over, I'm going to send you a video you should watch.
I left behind
it's like
everything I know, and now you want
I love
me
Guinan.
to turn against my own
Guinan
people.
is one of my favorite characters.
A betrayal
She's
of
like
my oath,
she's a huge hero to me.
everything I vowed to protect.
Every Takan that comes back does so by stealing someone's body. They are killing to come back.
What you call...
So this guy, he is a Takan, but he's still in his own form. Everybody else in the Takan is dead. But there's like an energy, some sort of stuff, like they're still kind of alive. And so the Takan, the bird, no, the Takan, not toucan, Takan. So they're like coming back, but they're doing so by taking, obviously, as you've seen, they're taking over other people's bodies. So now I'm curious if in doing so, they're actually killing the people that they're taking over.
Yeah,
like
the host.
girl. Yeah, the host. Yeah, exactly. I'm curious if they're redeemable, if they can come back from not being Takan anymore. Which, knowing Star Trek, there's a way, but we'll see. But
bioforming we thought of as a marginal science. But if the
he's like the last organic member.
The Empire,
yeah.
Is that a disaster to be avoided? Taconian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction, including your own. And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit. Instead,
on his robe,
it sounds as if you are reacting out of fear before you have a full understanding of what's at stake.
His outfit, I fucking wear the shit out of that.
I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain than to lose.
That's not a decision we're just going to let these new Takan make for us.
Yeah, they're
we
like
will
a new
fight them
Takan.
back. In fact, I doubt anyone would willingly give themselves up to bioforming.
The Trill do
rape.
just that.
Yeah, fuck that.
There are many symbiotic relationships among
No, the Trill don't do
To
that.
mutual benefit, not
Yeah.
replacement.
The hosts, they offer themselves to be part of the Trill.
Even when faced with the
back.
superiority of the Takan. If
Right
I
on.
were in your
I'm probably going to
place,
end the stream after this
I
mission.
might
So.
say
Or I am
the
going to
same.
end the stream with this. Just FYI. And then we can play some fucking
I'm
chain together.
curious to see these scions masquerading as true Takan. So I will go with you.
I'm allowed to
And we
fall
shall
asleep
find
when you guys play
But when we
chain,
do,
though.
I will
Why would you fall
judge them
asleep? Sitting out
myself
sleepy.
as a
No, I'm not
guardian of the
sleepy.
Takan
I'm not.
to understand their true intentions.
I'm just
For
saying.
better,
I'm
or
allowed.
worse.
That's good enough for me.
Very well. I'll return.
Commander!
Hold your fire. I'm all right. He's coming with us.
All right.
Worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
All right.
Are we?
We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or tools?
I've got my Staff of Doom, and you're going to die.
Whoa.
What?
This is all I need.
The Gauntlet of Fire.
Away team +1. Ready to beam up.
Interesting. That's what I love about Star Trek, is because this whole game, I've already, like, I have 5 videos now. This will be the 5th video. This whole crazy story, all the in-depthness of it, it's all based off of one episode in The Next Generation. And The Next Generation is one show in a series of like 7 different Star Trek shows. Each show has between 15 and 25 episodes per season, and sometimes, or 8 episodes and 25 episodes per season. Some of them are like they're very long-winded or they're very episodic, you know, like so there's just countless, literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of Star Trek, and then you have the movies, right? So all these unique stories, and this one game is based off of one tiny little episode that only existed one time. So you can only imagine how many unique stories that the universe can come up with.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so
the
good.
possibilities they
Yeah.
offer.
Bye. Be right back.